Good day, good day, good day, everyone. Coach Hadassah here. You want to say hi to everybody, sister? But you have to put your head back so they can see you. Wait, because I always have this thing here so that it blocks out the light coming from the window. Come on, bring it around. We almost see your face. Almost. Get it up there. Look, I might see you. Okay, there's your head peeking out from the corner. And then look, and then you put it back. Girl, hold your head up. Hi, everybody. Coach Hadassah here, metaphysician, health and personal development coach, wellness entrepreneur, and proud founding member of XtreamFX Global Academy, where Bitcoin and Forex collide. And today we are talking about commitment. Why is that such a hard thing? Right? I mean, we're really going to get into this commitment thing. And it was something that I was really, my mind was going somewhere else. It is Friday, and I wanted to, I wanted to kind of keep it light a little bit because it's Friday, Friday, fun day, that type of thing. The sun is shining. We're out here in the Midwest, of course, in the Chicagoland area. So I promise you, look, when we get good weather days, we try to do everything possible that we can to enjoy the weather, because this is really that false spring, because it will snow in April in a heartbeat. Right? There's that song by Prince, Sometimes It Snows in April. He was from Minnesota. That's in the Midwest. So we know how that weather will do. It'll be like this, real nice. I even told sister, I said, we'll get the rest of the snow off that back porch, off the deck, and then I'll get her outside just to get a breath of fresh air. But who knows? Who knows what might happen just after this live, right? So, what you say, sister? All right, so let me see. Let's go back to the comments. All right, I just want to make sure I could be able to see everybody when you start commenting and things like that. All right, so let's get into this. Let's get into this topic of commitment. This is Friday, but this was something that came. It came from the forefront, and because it didn't leave my mind, I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go with this. I'm going to go with commitment instead of the other thing, although I have it written down. We'll talk about that probably Monday. All right. So commitment. What does it mean to commit? Because that's the root word, right? Commit. And we have commitment. Mint has to do with kind of a bonding, right? Mint, bonding, joining together. But the word commit, we live in a time where, everything is like it's fast. We want to move fast, and there's nothing wrong with quick, speed. Success loves speed. We say that all the time. We want things kind of in an instant. Look, the internet, right? I have my laptop here, and it's been slow. And I'm sitting here like, I can't whistle real good, but just, we want to push the button and it just go immediately to whatever it is that we want it to go to. We lived in the world of dial up, where it took a while. It might have took 20-30 minutes to connect to the internet, through the phone, the dial up, all of that good stuff. But now we're past that, right? We're way past that. So we do want things kind of, speed it up fast. And then even with eating, you got fast food, You have yeah, you do have cooked food, but that's a slower. The sister back there talking about you got cooked food. She ain't big as a minute, but she can eat. Let me tell you that. So look, sister, I'm trying to do it live. You got me laughing. so so I'm just talking about this process of like committing. You want to get in and out of things quickly. So that's what I'm talking about, that speed. That's what I'm talking about, doing things like quickly or whatever. But commitment, that's something that's something totally different. With commitment, we're not talking about anything fast. We're not talking about anything, quick, fast, and in a hurry. It's a process. Commitment takes discipline. Commitment takes obligation. Commitment takes a lot. And sometimes, and especially, in these days of people don't want to commit to a phone contract. Remember, you have to commit to maybe like a 2-year phone contract, but now, hey, if I have this service, I want to hop out of it, and it's like, I get it. Nothing's wrong with that, because you don't want to commit to a contract that only benefits one party that's in this agreement. It's supposed to be where it's beneficial for both, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Let me make sure my sound is on. Okay. So where it's beneficial for both. But when it comes to the things that we really, really want in life, right? Or we think we want in life, it takes commitment. And commitment takes discipline. It takes self-control, or like the word in the scriptures, uh temperance. And it's so funny. I'm going to get into that a little bit later as we go along, that self-control or temperance is the last fruit of the spirit. Like it's 9 attributes, and then there's 9 fruits of the spirit. Just like there's 9 planets, there's 9 vital organs. It's that number 9, right? 9 is complete. So here's that number 9, with the last one being temperance, which means self-control. Okay. And is a reason for that, because it's a development, it's a process that goes on. So what does this word mean? Let's get into the meaning of that word commit. So from the again, um the American Dictionary of the English language, I'm pulling this up. It is it's 1928 version. You know what? I'm all over the place. Let me not do that, because I was trying to pull it up, but I have it written down here. The word is a verb. So we know that a verb is an action word. So it's something that you do. To commit is something that you do. It's an action. And so to commit means to carry out or perpetrate, pledge or bind to a certain course or policy, carry out into action deliberately. So to commit is something that you do deliberately. Verb, action. Now, from the Latin, because we have to break these words down, calm. Okay, when we say communicate, or and that calm is in that word. So calm, commit. Calm in that word commit is with. So it brings something else in with it. Calm is with. My how do you pronounce this? Mater, mightier, put or send. So the Latin committere means to join or entrust. So when you commit, you are joining with and entrusting. So of course, in trust, you have that word trust there. Trust, faith, commitment. I'm going to go even further. To commit, to give and charge, and trust, to unite, connect, combine, bring together, commit. So what are you committed to? And how do you commit? Where does that start? Really, commitment, it starts with yourself. Like, before you can commit to anything, it has to start with you. You have to commit with you, with yourself, and the spirit from which you come from. Now, you could call it God, you could call it the Lord, you could call it Allah, you could call it Buddha. I use the name Yahweh, I always have, right? Joshua, Jesus. Commit. What do you commit to? How do you commit? So that commitment starts with you. In order for you to get results, in order for you to get something out of it, there's something that you have to give. When you join, when you're joining with something or someone. And both, whatever it is, okay, whether it's a person or whether it's like a business or even a job, right? You commit and you're giving something, you're giving your time, you're giving your energy, you're giving that your attention and whatever it takes or requires of you. And then what you're committed to give something as well, and you're getting whatever that is that you would get from it. If it's a job, what are you doing? You're getting, you may have a title and it comes with some money, some some benefits, some health benefits and insurance or 401k or whatever. Right? If it's a marriage, same thing. You're getting love and look, challenges too, because it challenges you, but challenges you to be hopefully a better you, right? A better you, not the opposite. Okay. The only way that that'll be that is if, I mean, hey, again, that requires the two people. Okay, because folks like to finger point and blame, and it's like no. Right? So with that, to be a better you, and there's challenges that come with that in order to bring out the best in you. You're committed to your family, you're committed to your children, you have a business, right? You commit to that. What does it require? What does it take for you to build it up? Okay. And then there's benefits that come with that as well, along with challenges. Now, earlier I had brought something up. It was on the morning motivation call. This is how this even came about, because I was about to talk about something else. I was about to talk about something else. But since that had came up, I'm like, I think we could delve deeper into that, right? So Abraham, okay? I always go back to that because when we're speaking of, and especially, in our community, in our network, in our common unity, we're moving forward as a unit, as a unity, as a common unity, which is those two words together is community, to do what? Get on through this wilderness, right? And get to that place of claiming our inheritance, claiming our birthright, right? Going into generational wealth and for our families and leaving a legacy. And look, it's not easy, right? We're fighting just like the children of Israel had to fight. They had to fight for what was theirs. You had all of this land flowing with milk and honey and all of this good stuff. And it was people that was already over there on their land. That was their forefathers, Abraham. That's why I'm about to bring him up in these scriptures. And they had to drive them out of the land. Some of them, Yahweh told them, hey, kill these off, some of them. And then it was some nations that he told, do not kill them off. They will stay to do two things. To serve you and also to try you to see if you will continue to be, obedient to me, right? Because they were doing other things. They had other gods. They had, whatever. But are you going to stay focused on how I led you through and continue? So I always go back to Abraham because that was the forefather. So the thing about it is this: you have the story that's in, your standard Bible. However, there's a book of Jasher, and the book of Jasher is mentioned in the standard Bible. So I encourage everybody to get the book of Jasher and read it. It gives a more detailed account of the book of Genesis. So as the story goes, from the book of Jasher with Abram, because his name was Abram before Yahweh changed it to Abraham. Okay. His father, Terah. That's his name, Terah. That's how you pronounce it. He and the country, even that he lived in, okay, they were idol worshipers. His father was a great craftsman, and that's what he would do: go out there, cut down a tree, and everything, and craft that thing up, whatever these idols were, with his hands, bring it in the house and start praying to him, burning incense to him, stuff like that. And Abram was like, pops, what's up with that? Why you I just saw you like chop the tree down, make this whole thing with your hands, and then bring it in the house and start praying to it and burning incense to it and all of that. Like, what are you doing? So, and he also sold them. He would make them and he would sell them. Right? So he made some for himself, bringing it in the house, praying to it and everything. And then he would sell them out there in the marketplace too. And Abram was just like, something's not right with that picture. And so he went out, he's out there in nature, and he started thinking to himself, and he's looking at the heavens and the moon and the sun and the rivers and the trees and the grass and all of this nature. And he started questioning within himself. He's like, I want to know who made all of this. Like little children. When little children start, you take them outside and they start really paying attention to their environment. Every child, I got 7 of them. They all ask that question between like 3 and 4 years old. What's that? Talking about the sun or the moon or whatever. How did it get up there? Why is the sky blue? They start asking these questions, and we need to be able to answer them intelligently, right? Where did it come from? And if we give them some old BS answer, and we wonder why our children don't trust what we say. If we don't know, and we giving them these, the sun got up there about stop. right? Learn something so you can tell them the truth about how that happened, how the sun is up there, and the moon and the stars, and all of these things. If you don't know, it's a perfect opportunity to learn with your children. Perfect opportunity. And so that's what he did. He started questioning, and because of that, the creator answered him right within himself, right within his own consciousness. Basically, it was like, you want to know me? You want to know me? Like, everybody is praying, asking for stuff, but my mama just called me. Gotta call my mama back. But he just wanted to know. And Yahweh is like, now think about that. Think about that as parents. Like, seriously, as parents. We know here come our kids always asking for something. They want some money because they want some money. Because whatever it is that they asking for costs money. So it boils down to they want something, right? But if your child just come to you and just sit down with you and just, just want to have a conversation. How you doing? How you doing today? What's going on? You like, you almost want to take their temperature. Like, you okay? You asking how I'm doing today, right? You asking what I'm doing, how I feel. You want to know about me, okay? Right? Because and that's the thing, people, and we always say that. We always say that what do we call that? The what's in it for me? Because that's most people. What's in it for them? So we always talk about, how, hey, let people talk about themselves because they all about themselves and they want to know what's in it for them and all of that. That's usually the nature of people. But here was this one person that was like, I want to know who did that. And because of that, Yahweh answered him. He answered him. And then turned around and made an agreement with him, a covenant, a marriage, a commitment. That's what happened because of that. And so I'm gonna right here, this is where it started. Like I said, if you go into Jasher, it'll give a more detailed account of everything that I just talked about. It was even deeper than that. Like, look, it went down. Okay, it went down, but it don't give that account in here in Genesis. So I'll start at, this is Genesis chapter 12, and I'm reading from the Holy Name Bible. It says, now Yahweh had said unto Abram, because he was Abram at that time, he said, get out of your country, from your kindred, and from your father's house, into a land that I will show you. What did he just tell Abram to do? Get out of the environment. Why? Well, in the book of Jasher, you understand why. Because it was full of idol worshiping. The environment that he was in, his father's house, he worshiping idols. His kindred, they were worshiping idols too. In that country, they were worshiping idols. The environment, it was just all in the environment. So that's what he said. We always say that if you can't change the people around you, change the people around you. Right? You got to get out of there. There's a Bruce Lipton. He's a biologist. He has a host of videos on YouTube. I suggest that you go and watch them. Bruce Lipton. And he talks about the environment. What he did, he took muscle tissue culture, okay? Muscle tissue. And he put them in 3 different petri dishes. And he had them in 3 different environments. And one environment, it grew, the muscle tissue grew into muscle. In another environment, it was fat. In another environment, I forgot what it did. So when he came back, now this is a biologist, so he's a scientist. That's science, right? And you know what biology is? It's about it's life. Okay. So when he came back into the lab and he saw that, he's like, this is the same tissue. Why? That question why, you ask why, you get answers. Why did it grow muscle over here? Why did it grow into fat over here? And why did it do this other thing over here in this petri dish? So as scientists, you observe things because that's what you do. You observe. So and it came to him. They were in different environments. In the environment that it was in, where it grew, the muscle tissue actually grew into muscle. It was a healthier environment. We're going somewhere. It was a healthier environment. In the two environments where it didn't do nothing or it grew into fat, the environment wasn't as healthy. It wasn't healthy at all. Put it that way. It wasn't healthy at all. One environment, it was dark. Another environment is kind of gloom, dim, maybe had, whatever in the air. But in the environment that again grew into muscle, it was a very healthy environment. It had sun, it had the air, it had everything that you need. So that's the reason why in the scriptures, Yahweh told Abram to get out of that environment. It's full of idol worshiping. In your father's house is idol worshiping. In your family, the kindred, right? It's idol worshiping. In this entire country, it's idol worshiping. So you got to get up out of here. And I'm going to take you into a land. He said that I will show you. Now here we go with this vision. What's the vision that you have? Talked about that yesterday. You'll hear me say it a lot. Your vision, your mission, your purpose, your why. Because in your why, you'll find your how. Right? The how will come. So he said, into a land that I will show you. Look, and I will make of you a great nation. And I will bless you and make your name great. And you shall be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless you. And I will curse. He said, and I will curse him. Look, now this is when I say read, comprehend. Do not skip words. And I will bless them, plural, that bless you. And I will curse him, singular, that curse you. I got to drink some tea, y'all. Hold on. Y'all see this? Come on now. I will bless them that bless you, and I will curse him that curse you. And in you shall all families of the earth be blessed. Again, and in you shall. I was in a courtroom one day, and I was listening to the lawyers with the judge. And one lawyer, she put an emphasis on that word shall. It was whatever it was that was in their law, this, is, that, and the other, right? And she argued her point, and it said, this says, and it shall, da 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 da. Meaning, okay, now that word shall, it's like, oh, this must happen. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is fixed. It's, whatever, shall. So in you shall all families of the earth be blessed. So Abram departed as Yahweh had spoken unto him, and Lot was his nephew, went with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's the rest. Then I'm gonna drop down to another highlight that I have. And Yahweh appeared unto Abram and said, unto you, what? No, unto your seed will I give this land, and there builded he an altar unto Yahweh, who appeared unto him. He built an altar, but he built that altar unto Yahweh, not an idol, not an idol. But Yahweh told him, I'm this land, I'm giving this land to your seed, singular seed. Drop down. And there was a famine in the land, and Abram went down into Egypt to sojourn there, for the famine was grievous in the land. They had been to Egypt and then back up and then back down into Egypt and back up so many times. So then let me fast forward to chapter 17. And when Abram was 90 years old, 99. Now, how old did I say he was? Because we still on commitment. We're still on commitment. Okay? Because see, commitment is a process. It's not overnight. It's not overnight. And you're going to go through some things. But when you commit to that process, you will go through and grow through those things, because the commitment is where you grow. You grow. But if you don't commit, how you going to grow? If you don't commit, you're going to give up. If you don't commit, you're going to stop. If you don't commit, you could be right there and just turn around and you were like this close, but you didn't commit. Listen, when he left up out of there, and look, in chapter 12, he was 75. So Abraham departed as Yahweh had spoken unto him, and Abraham was 75 years old. Chapter 17, now he's 99 years old. You do the math. How many years was that? Okay, 75, 99. Here you about 2, and you about 2 years old, and you can't even, like, come on now, stop playing. Stop playing with you. Stop playing with yourself. That's the point. Stop lying to you. Stop cheating on yourself. Stop. Right? So now Abraham 99. And Yahweh appeared unto him. Right? He appeared, right, for 14. Yeah, that's 14. Okay? So 14 years later, right? He still don't have a son. Now here it is. He's appearing unto him. And Yahweh appeared unto him and said unto him, I am Al Shaddai. Walk before me and be perfect. Now, commitment requires something of you. If you want something from it, you have to give it something. Now, this is what Yahweh is telling him. He just said, he appeared unto him again. Now he's 99. I'm going to say it again. And when Abram was 99 years old, Yahweh appeared unto Abram and said unto him, I am El Shaddai. Walk before me and be perfect. Listen, we strive for perfection every day. Okay? Don't let nobody tell you, are you just trying to be perfect? Are you just, yes, yep, yes, I am. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. You are exactly right. you, you know what I'm saying? Look, you made a commitment, right? Much look, exactly, Michelle. There we go. There we go. For whom much is given, much is required. And we're going to get into, do you know that there's a such thing as spiritual benefits? Spiritual benefits. People want the stuff without the commitment. You know what that's called? Fornication. We know what that look like from a natural standpoint. Oh, that's two people that's having sex with each other or whatever, that's not married. But there's a spiritual counterpart to that. It's just trying to show us something spiritually. Okay? You can say that all day and all night long, but you know how many people sit. Listen. I don't care where they are. If they can sit in the church, they can sit on the church Zooms, they can sit in their house, they can sit whatever. They want something. You want something from the creator without the commitment. You want benefits, but then not doing what is required of you. It don't work that way. It does not work. It's two things. And that's just, look, it was 613 commandments, but of the 613, the first 10, man, listen, people can't even keep the 10. Look, you had 10 things. We just saw that on a live earlier with Bill Walsh, with Adrian Dynamite Sloan. And Bill Walsh, he talked about it's this thing called 10 before 10, right? We talked about that $35,000 list. Make a list of 6 things. We have a list of 7. But then Bill Walsh talked about 10 things before 10, right? 10 before 10. What are 10 things that you could do before 10 o'clock a.m.? That might require us to get, I'm usually up. I mean, like woke when it's still dark outside, but I haven't gotten out the bed yet. Now, back in the day, before I was married, I did get up out the bed. It'd be 3:15 a.m. I woke up every single day. I've been waking up between 3:15 and 4 o'clock since I was a child. Right? Since I was a kid. I'm not a kid. I'm not a goat. Since I was a child. But, things happen, whatever. But I always wake up at that hour. But before I was married, I used to actually get up out the bed. And then I'd had a whole lot of things done before 10 o'clock. A lot. People were asking, well, how was your girl? How did you do? I was up already. Look at it. I haven't been in the military, but I had a lot of family that was in the military. My uncles and grandfathers and stuff like that. And I guess just those habits, when you have at least somebody in your family that's a head or whatever that's raised in the military, you kind of raise your children that way. And so it was just certain things that we had to do before a certain time. That was just that. So it was just in me to do, even though I was never in the military, right? But you could knock out a lot of things before the sunrise. But look at those that are in the military. They are up, up when it's still dark outside. They done exercise, made beds, all kinds of stuff. Probably before the sun came up. So what's that 10 before 10? Right? But but a commitment though. Commitment, it disciplines you. So he said, walk before me and be perfect. Okay. So that's what we have to strive for. We're striving for perfection. You're trying to be perfect. And look, it's just every day you're getting up to do what? Be better than you were yesterday. That's all. That's all. Doing something and getting better at it. That's what it means to be perfect. Doing something and getting better at it. every single day. And he said, and I will make my covenant between me and you, and I will multiply you exceedingly. Do you hear that? Right? Do we hear it? Walk before me and be perfect, and I will make my covenant between me and you, and I will multiply you exceedingly. This is a commitment. This is what I require of you. And because of that, I will multiply you. Right? I will multiply you exceedingly. It said, and Abram fell on his face, and Elohim talked with him, saying, as for me, behold, my covenant is with you, and you shall be a father of a multitude of nations. Neither shall your name anymore be called Abram, but your name shall be Abraham, because there's a meaning. There's meaning in the name. For a father of a multitude of nations have I made you, and I will make you exceeding fruitful, and I will make nations of you, and kings shall come out of you. And I will establish my covenant between me and you and your seed after you and their generations for an everlasting covenant, to be Elohim unto you and unto your seed after you. And I will give unto you and to your seed after you the land of your sojournings, all the land of Canaan. Canaan means material. It means material. For an everlasting possession, and I will be their Elohim. And Elohim said unto Abraham, you shall keep my covenant, you and your seed after you in their generations. What is required of us? That we keep the commitment. That we keep the commitment. That we walk perfect, meaning every day we strive to be better. And whatever it is that we commit to, we strive to be better. We do not give up. We do not quit. We keep on going. We keep on walking. And what it is we do, we keep picking up the phone. We keep calling people, right? We keep PS3ing. We keep inviting. We keep on working in our business. Because what? Now listen, because I have to close this out. Listen, we have simple things to do, right? Very simple. Where there's a 7 list. Okay. Now, if you want to add 3 more things, then that's a 10 before 10 or whatever. But we have a simple list. We commit to that process. We just commit to it. Because what are the rewards? What are the rewards? In our business, right? The XtreamFX Global Academy. We have 12 ranks. 12. Each rank comes with an amount, a dollar amount attached. Like, yes, this is a trading academy. We are learning how to trade in the Forex market. We have several streams of income. Okay. And one of the several streams is the the process of referring other people to our program. They choose if they want to be an IBO or not. They choose if they want to be an independent business owner, and which we know that has its perks. They choose if they want to be a student, right? They choose that, right? However, we've made our choice to be independent business owners. So then there's a process that we commit to that thing. Now, when you make a commitment, you have to see what that requires of you, right? We see what that requires of us. Are we going to put in the work? Right? Here's the other thing. 12 ranks. This is the way this is the way I did it. We have a planner. We have the months, you know, a yearly planner or whatever, right? You could put 12 weeks and write a rank for each week, or you could put a rank for each month. And you say, hey, I could hit a rank a week, and in 12 weeks I'll be here. I mean, if you could do that, right? Or at 12 months, and I hit a new rank each month. But here's the thing about it. Even if you don't, if you don't do it that, or, you might not hit, you might not make that goal or whatever. There's nothing to beat yourself up about, because what? 12 ranks, 12 months, that's 1 year. Trade school, depending on what type of trade school you go to, right? I was a licensed cosmetologist. Part-time, it took, I think the program I went to was 15 months part-time. Or was it 12? No, it was 12. It was 12 months part-time. That's just 4 hours and a couple of days a week. Because we needed 1,500 hours. Full-time, 9 months. Most trade school programs, it might be, then I, massage, go to a massage school. Got my license as a massage therapist. And I did that for 2 reasons. One, to help my son to stick and commit to something that he said he wanted to do, right? And made sure that he finished, and so that I could get my license to touch because of the energy work that I do. Like, I don't have to be in the same place with someone to do my remote work, but if I am and I have to touch them in order to do this work, I done covered my butt with a license to touch, being a massage therapist, clinical massage, a licensed massage therapist, right? Okay, that was 11 months. That was 11 months. I committed to it. I didn't want to go overtime, so I made sure we were there every single day that the school was open. The only time that we weren't was when my car didn't start because it was too cold and my battery was dead, and the people didn't get there in time to jump the battery in order for us to get there on time without having to pay like $50,000 for parking in downtown Chicago. Right? But I was like, we will not be here overtime. No, we will be done with this program in this 11 months. And we were. Commitment, right? Most of your trade school programs are probably not even 24 months. Now, can't commit to a program like this to hit each rank 12, you know what I'm saying? 12 ranks for 24 months. That's 2 years or less. Okay, now let's take college. Community college, you're there for about 24 months, 24, 25 months. That's 2 years and a month. Okay. University, 4 years, because 2 years for associates, 2 years bachelor's, that's 4. Another 2 years master's, that's 6. Another 2 years PhD, that's 8. Right? Another 2 years, that's 12 years. Research fellow, or but just that, I mean, at that point, you just like, oh, you're a researcher. You know what I'm saying? You get a research fellow degree, right? That's anywhere between what, 4 to 10 years. And people do it because what? They committed to the process. You can't commit 4 years to the process of possibly Icon, which we know that's $1 million a month. I know that sounds unbelievable for people to grasp their heads around. Who makes $1 million a month? Who needs $1 million a month? People that want to solve social issues, people that want to make a social impact. Like, do I need $1 million a month personally? No, I only need so much of that $1 million per month. However, there are, and I already have these things set up. It's certain outreach things that I already have it set up. I have a wellness center that I got the plans and everything for, right? Um, Me and my daughter, we was talking about this just the other night. I was putting her to bed, and she was telling me how she said that she wants to have a. What did you say you want to have, sister, the other night? She said she wants to create a respite program, sister. Right? Guess what that takes? Some money. And yeah, we can sit up here and say, oh, well, you know, the government has programs to look. They pick and choose who they want to give this money to. And that's fine. I'm not knocking it or anything like that. Yeah, I put in stuff for grants. I don't like loans. I just have to be honest with you. I mean, you know, I don't. It grants this, that, or they only want to give you so much or whatever. But if it's in my power, and then also I done put my prayer petition and everything in, and I've committed, number one, to the source from which I came, just like Abraham. This is a forefather. He said, I done made this covenant with your seed, with you, and your seed after you that keep my covenant. Oh, all I got to do is what? All you have to do is what? All we have to do is what? Align, bond, make that commitment, and watch the doors of heaven open to where you won't even be able to, it'll make your head spin. People are research Holton bugs. What? Research Holton bugs. It's possible. It's only for, now this is what we take believing to a new level, right? I got 5 minutes. I probably don't even have that because I got my hyper lounge at 4 o'clock, in which you all are invited. 4 p.m. Central. I'm doing a hyper lounge. If it's somebody that's on here new and you want to know what you know, like, what is she talking about? Talking about $1 million a month. What is she? It is 12 ranks. What is she talking? Look, if you're looking for extra income, if you're looking to replace income, if you're looking for an opportunity where it can help you fund your own passions, this is what I'm doing with this opportunity. I'm helping to fund passions that I already had on the plate before this even came, but it aligned with, and it was an enhancement to what I already had going on. I'm passionate about education. I'm passionate about personal development. I'm passionate about financial literacy. I'm passionate about helping these children. You know, the whole rich dad, poor dad. It's like, look, it's some of this stuff that we have. It's not that it didn't work at one point. It worked at one point, but now that is gone. It's dead. It's over with. That kind of teaching went out in the 70s. We're in 2021. It's outdated. Education is changing. If you had noticed, right? People are on Zooms, all of that kind of stuff with school and everything, virtual schooling. Education is changing. Why? Because education is no longer controlled. We have the World Wide Web. We have the internet. There's all types of information out here. It's not controlled by a certain group of people that's holding the knowledge and just going to ration it out. Now, that's not saying that all of the information that's out here is, you know, something that you should take on, but you can, we have the World Wide Web. You can at least cross-reference it. You can do research. I'm in here doing research on my phone in the middle of the night. Oh, I can't sleep. Let me research. let me research something, right? It's a tool. And this tool, you work this tool by what's going on up here in your mind. The way somebody else use their phone, they may use it for something. They may use it to waste their time. They may use it to be looking at all kinds of crazy stuff. They may, well, whatever. That's this tool that we have. It's only gonna go as far as your own mind. That's it. Right? We're using this tool to stream live. We're using this tool to connect with one another. We're using this tool to make money from our cell phones. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. But it all starts with commitment. Commitment. So, how will you commit to yourself today? What vision were you given? Write it down. What's the mission? What's your purpose? What's your why? Write it down, right? Write it down so that when opportunities present themselves, you know if it's for you or not. You know if it's the opportunity that's going to help get you to the next level of what you need to do and where you need to go, and the money that you need in order to fund it. Money is energy. Money is really, it's currency. Currency is energy. We circulate it. That's what we do. We circulate it. However, it starts with commitment. So again, I thank you all for being here. This really was an hour this time. Usually I try to do like 20 minutes or something like that. But hey, whoever needed whatever was put here, I hope you took something out of it, that you got some nuggets, something that you can use, something that you can apply. And again, I invite you to the hyperlaunch that's about to happen in like I'll say 1 minute, but it's 4:00 right now. So I'm about to hop off and get on there. I will post the information in the comment section below. So come on over. Probably about 10-15 minutes tops, so I can show you what it is that we're doing over here with XtreamFX Global Academy, where crypto and Forex collides. And hey, use it to fund your dreams and your passions and educate yourself on something new, something different. All right, because this is the future. This is the future. You do not want to be left behind. So again, thank you guys, or I'm sorry, not guys. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And I will see you on the other side of success. Peace.